Alright, good morning, tank nerds. Mr. G here with another tank review, and this time we are bringing you a Tier 2 Russian heavy tank. This thing, the KV-1. I've always loved Russian heavy tanks back when I played World of Tanks, so now we're trying them out in War Thunder, and let's get to it. Let's talk about this thing. Most important thing about a heavy tank is, of course, the armor on this thing. This thing is sporting 75 millimeters of front hull armor with a decent slope on it. Turret armor also sitting at 75 millimeters. Let's compare that to a medium tank at this tier, like the T-34. This thing's only sporting 45 millimeters of front hull armor. That is nearly double the armor of other tanks at the same battle rating in the same tier. So this thing is an absolute beast at just bouncing shots or having shots that just do no damage on it. Now, the bummer with this tank, no, not that. The bummer with this guy is it's got this gun. It's got, where is it? It's got the 76.2 millimeter gun, which most of the Russian tanks in Tier 2 use, like the T-34 and the other T-34. And it just doesn't do a whole lot of penetration. You're going to be best off using the fused ammo here, the BR-350A. It's got a penetration of 71 millimeters at 100 meters. I mean, you could do the SP here, but I mean, that only has 5 millimeters more of penetration, but you lose all that explosive damage on this thing. So you're going to want to stick with that. Other than that, I mean, the thing, yeah, I need to get the engine still. It's not super fast. It's okay as far as mobility goes, but it's slow. It's big. It's a big Russian heavy tank. So that's kind of what you expect from this thing. But if you get tiered up with, you know, Tier 2 guys or lower, you're going to be just an absolute beast in this thing. Let me show you some footage of this thing, just bouncing shots and blowing stuff up. Me having a good old time in the KV-1. All right, so here we have slowly, ever so slowly, trundled our KV-1 into a long-range flanking position on some targets at a long distance. Now, the 76 millimeter cannon has a hard time penetrating and doing fair bits of damage. It's kind of the weak point of this tank and a lot of the Russian tanks at this tier. They have good armor, but the cannon is just not that great. Can we hit this guy? Can we? We hit him. We just didn't do a whole lot of damage. We injured some crew and we broke a few things. But the real joy in this tank, you'll see, is just how well it takes a solid beating, especially if the matchmaker is kind to you. Alright, come on. Can we hit this guy? And we've winged him in the tracks. Alright, wait for it. Let's get ourselves a target here. Yeah, there we go. War Thunder is a game that definitely rewards patience, which is one of the reasons why I struggle with it, and I'm continuing to play arcade battles. And there we go, we got this guy. Until I figure out the game better, we'll try out some realistic battles. Alright, so onwards, deeper into the map here. Can we find another target here? This guy. We gotta get a better angle on this guy. I don't know why, but I just hate shooting at American tanks. They just always seem to bounce shells. So we spend a lot of time with the cannon here on the KV-1, aiming for weak points on targets, because otherwise it's just not going to penetrate. Where is it? Is there some porthole or some hatch we can shoot on this thing? Fortunately, with the KV-1, we can just sit here and bounce shots with lower tier targets. But that is the joy of the KV-1. Can we get this guy? Yes, we can. We got a lucky shot right there. Okay, how about this guy? A little bit? No, but we're bouncing more shots in this thing. I'm trying to remember to angle the hull and the turret a little bit. Unfortunately, this thing does take shots to the face really well. What we do struggle with is taking out other KV-1s. So let's speed this up and wrap up this match, because this thing is slow. And just look at her, just taking so many shots. Why? Because in Russia, we make Soviet tanks so good, can bounce all shots. I will never do that accent again, I promise. It's terrible, and it's offensive. Okay, come on. Come on, KV-1. Can we get this guy? Can we get this guy? Can we? No, let's hide behind a rock. And at this point, we've taken maybe 10, 20, I don't know how many shots this thing has been hammered with. But you certainly notice the difference when the matchmaker puts you in lower tier matches than this girl. All right, come on. Can we? Nope. Can we hit him? You will spend a lot of time. There we go. We managed to get that guy. Come on. I think we still have another KV-1 buried back here that we're trying to track down. But you know what? Do you want to feel like an absolute beast? Do you want to be the vanguard for your team? Then I recommend you get yourself the KV-1. That's it for this review, guys. If you found it useful, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will get more on the road out to you. Enjoy the rest of your days, guys. Mr. G, out.